Hello and welcome to your Monday Mood for the week of November 17th through November 23rd. We will be beginning this week in Scorpio season and ending this week in Sagittarius season. So the sun is moving signs this week, as well as Mercury retrograde. It will be retrograding back into Scorpio as of Tuesday the 18th. So we've been in this retrograde for about 10 days in Sagittarius. That has been affecting wherever Sagittarius is in your chart. You may have seen a lot of very fast moving things, fast moving conversations. This way is one day, next day it's this way. It could be a lot of missing things, right? Like, oh, I didn't see that, my bad, going back and having to, fill in the blanks. Sag energy is quick. It has a quick movement to it, and it doesn't like to be in Mercury. So sometimes we can speak a little too quickly. And that might have been happening a lot with it retrograding in Sag. Now as it moves back into Scorpio, there's a little bit of this kind of like slow down and really kind of sitting with what you maybe are feeling based off of some of the conversations or quickness, impulsivity that you may have yourself experienced via you or received from others. So as it goes back into Scorpio, now we're getting a chance to really say, okay, how am I feeling about some of the things that have transpired? What am I thinking about how I'm feeling? And where am I maybe doing some growth in that area or releasing to come back more into a sense of balance or clarity, so that when Mercury does go direct and we go back into Sagittarius, we're moving from a more truthful, honest place instead of a reactive, impulsive place, because we have processed our emotions around that. So that's what's coming through for mercurial energy. You guys know I love mercurial energy. We have a new moon this Wednesday as well at the anaretic degree, or the last degree, 29 degrees of Scorpio. So that is bringing us a very interesting new beginning of truth, catharsis, and honesty. Scorpio energy, although it is a little bit more concealed of an energy, it is also, and please excuse the dog energy in the back, although it's a little bit more concealed, it is honest, it is authentic, it is real, because you can't hide from it, right? And that's why Scorpio energy has a tendency to be a little reserved, or like wears black and tries to like hide itself, because the energy is so there. It's so, if you're perceptive enough, if you're intuitive enough, you can pick up on a Scorpio vibe, what they're feeling, what they're sensing. But there's a concealment there. So with this new moon, we are having an opportunity to truly plant some new manifestations in an energy of real soul truth. So it's a very powerful new moon. And as it relates to the full Scorpio moon we'll have in 6 months, there's a lot of real growth that can occur that really aligns with our soul, really aligns with who we truly are, what we truly want and desire. Scorpio energy is very much so also about desire and feeling our way through things and how we want to feel as we experience the world around us. So this full new moon, again, Mercury in retrograde, this new moon is an opportunity for a lot of new beginnings around us being really connected to our soul self, and in turn really magnetizing, manifesting emotionally what we truly want to experience and have in our lives. So that's beautiful. We will also have what is called a cazimi, a mercurial cazimi, on Thursday. That's when this Mercury will be back in Scorpio and the sun's in Scorpio, and they're going to be at the same degree. and they're going to be having a conversation. So the middle of the week is going to bring a lot of truth to the surface, a lot of enlightenment, a lot of ahas, a lot of honesty. So be ready, okay? King of Swords energy, Queen of Swords energy. Be ready for truth this week, as that brings us into the sun moving into Sag on Friday, which is the truth seeker. Sag loves the truth, loves to get to the bottom of things. That's why it likes to question and figure out and explore and be the adventurer, because it wants to know what the truth of everything is. So this week is exposing our truth, however uncomfortable it may be. But also remember that that exposure can be very liberating, because you don't have to hide any longer. And that can maybe be the key or the antidote to whatever healing that we need, or whatever we need to be able to release and really move away from and move towards what we really, who we really are, what really matters to us, and kind of dispelling of those old ideas around what it means to be vulnerable, what it means to be emotionally integral, and not letting the fear of that keep us away from that understanding of ourselves. So let's see what the energy is for the week ahead. I'm going to use my Thoth Tarot. Speaking of honesty, this is very scorpionic, very Sag energy, actually, the Thoth Tarot to me. Obviously, very mercurial. Thoth is the messenger, the messenger to the gods, and brings us the messages that we need to hear, whether we want to hear them or not. Or maybe it's exactly what we need to hear, right? The truth does not have to always hurt. The truth can be, like I said, liberating. And as I say that, we have the Empress on the bottom. She is the mother of all creation. So this week we're embodying, that idea that we get to create. But in order to create, we must know what we want, who we want to be, what we want to have. And we have to nurture that. We have to cultivate that. And the truth, honesty, is the best policy, because without us being in our authenticity, we're setting ourselves up for failure, because we're not able to manifest. So a lot of times when we're not getting what we want, it's because we're not being honest with ourselves about what it is that we really want to have, what it is that we really want to create, how it is that we really want to show up, how we really want to express our creativity, how we really want to express our ideas, how we really want to express our feelings, what may be getting in the way of us doing that. Like, the Empress is here as a nurturing figure to for us to embody and say, like, okay, to care for ourselves and to care for others, we must be able to be honest about what our needs are, and make sure that our needs are being met emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Wowzers. It is the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. So beautiful. And in this deck, it's art creation. We are in the week of creation with this new moon, new manifestations, new beginnings, new energies. And with the Temperance card coming through, we are alchemizing some of those hard things, some of those frustrations, some of those disappointments, some of those fears into something beautiful. Because we have to be able to recognize where we are getting in our own way, and where we are stopping ourselves from really having what it is that we want, or nurturing what it is that we have, because of the fear of it turning into something that we actually want, which is unfortunately something that us humans do all the time. We have an ability to self-sabotage based off the fear of actually having the beauty in our lives. And that can be uncomfortable to think about, having what we want, but it's what we want. And we are allowed to have it. We are deserving of it, no matter what icky things we may feel about ourselves. this new moon is clearing that. We've been getting rid of that with the waning moon since the full moon. Remember, with the Taurus energy. So now that we can alchemize that energy into something really beautiful, because that is our birthright, right? To have what we truly desire and to know that we are worthy of receiving it, maintaining it, and growing it. So that is your Monday mood. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next time. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me at experiencearcana.com. See you later. Bye.